Boom. And we are, supposedly, we are live. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're live.
Hello.
Live on the Treesus show.
Here we go.
Sunday Chuuch. Look at that. See the live video going on?
Oh, yeah.
Right there on the...
Here we go.
So you can cue the music.
I was just hitting up some buddies to let them know to join the, join the live there.
Yeah, you got to turn yours down a little bit there.
Hello.
Boom, boom, boom. Throw it up, bud.
Throw it up.
All right, and we are live on the YouTubes. And then you can, if you're listening to this after the fact on Anchor, you're weeks away. You don't even know what's going on anymore if you're a podcast listener, but that's okay. Anyway, so we got, obviously myself, and we've got
Kenny over here.
Clem Jenkins.
yeah, Clemmy Kenny. We got Mr. Lawyer Mark.
How you doing?
And we got Kyle, Red Bull Kyle.
Red Bull Kyle.
He
Here,
does.
let me
Introduce the Red Bull.
introduce.
Always
the Red
has
Bull.
one. Always.
Sponsored by.
Sponsored by. Is anybody else's phones crackling like mine? I got a little crackle. I don't know what's going
Mine's
on.
good.
So, anyways, we said we weren't talk about it. But we just had to get it out of the way so you guys don't blabbermouth on about it or bring it up in the wrong way.
I'm sure there's going to be a few people.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant's dead.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. That sucks. I remember watching him face off with the Jazz. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
With the Jazz, 94.
2006
I
and
was
7, all through the playoffs through that.
2006 and 7? Oh, yeah. That was a different
but he
team
played
there.
his very
Yeah,
last
yeah.
game with the Jazz and dumped 60 points on him.
Yep. So,
I
screw
remember
you, Jazz.
listening to the
Mr.
Lil Wayne
Karolinko.
Best There
Yep.
Ever Was flow. All about Kobe Bryant. That's about all I know about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, so,
It's sad.
yeah. Screw you, LeBron. Kobe Bryant's the best there ever was. And now, because he died,
Your points are a fraud.
yeah, your points are a fraud. Yeah, exactly.
Wicked.
Kobe still stands above you.
Uh-huh. Kobe beef. Have you ever had Kobe beef?
Oh, yeah.
Changing the subject real quick, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite?
If you go to the corner, you can get some right now.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
What, Kobe dog?
Kobe beef.
Oh, damn. That's too soon.
That was a too soon joke there, Mark. Figured your fast wit.
Will they
would've-
fly it in with a helicopter?
Yeah.
There we go.
It is.
No, that's not
yo.
nice, but it's nice. It's funny.
Oh, I got to turn that down. Sorry, feedback. I was going to share the live video.
Airdrop.
I was going to share it to Facebook because I got like 60 viewers on Facebook, and they're like, yeah, nobody wants to watch you on YouTube anymore.
Oh, man.
That's just how it goes.
Well, it's tough with the YouTube thing. There's more people like
Mm-hmm.
getting notified. I think on Facebook,
Yeah.
like your followers that you have on there versus the ones on YouTube. I
Well,
feel like.
Facebook is a lot more about yourself. And
Yeah.
some people are going to be on the Facebook like, oh, look at me. What am I going to get out of this? And it's a lot easier to get things for yourself. So a lot more people are on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
then-
you're not there.
But then, also, that's like there's a downside to that. Shit. There's a downside to that.
What's the downside?
I don't know. I don't want to get over that way anymore because it's just too close. So here.
You can
Now
sit
you're
right
out.
on my lap. I'll sit on each other's
Now
laps.
you're out. I can't be comfortable that way.
Nah,
Yeah,
I know.
And I can't have a conversation. But yeah, then that's why Facebook sucks because everybody is there for themselves, and so you just don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube, you're going to watch other people's content.
That's the thing.
Exactly, yeah.
You know.
Is that what YouTube's for?
No, YouTube is for uploading how-to videos. How to YouTube. That's what
Oh.
YouTube is for.
Wow.
These days is like how. Okay, I'm going to show you a video on how to make a YouTube video,
And make $10 million
Yeah,
making
exactly.
a YouTube
Like-
video.
or I'm going to show you how money YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube how to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started my thing off with a how-to. How to flat Earth. Did you know the Earth is flat?
It is
Not used
flat.
to be. It is.
Yeah, it's flat. now.
Flat and fat. PH.
So what are we streaming on right now that people can watch?
YouTube.
Oh, I just checked. It wasn't there for some
Duh.
reason.
Well, then your thing's late. It's
Yeah.
there. It's there. We're streaming hardcore.
Oh, there we go. It's okay. It's a picture of you climbing. That's why I
Uh-huh.
got confused.
Yeah. Streaming now. There you go. Look at that.
Cool.
So,
All right.
yeah, we have 7 people that are on the watch. I
You know,
want
let me just say something.
to. Mm-hmm.
Say it. Get it off your chest.
Traffic out here is usually one of its own. Like there's just nothing like it, except
Like, explain that. What is nothing like it?
like there's just the driving out here just fucking it literally drives me crazy. All right, but this time of year
Uh-huh.
when Sundance people come pouring in,
Uh-huh.
oh man, it's just something else out there. It's like literally the Wild West.
Take
And
the
you
bus.
Yeah.
I can't take a bus.
Then you
and
don't
then
have to
they-
be in control.
And the buses are all over the place. There's no.
Man,
gotta-
I just don't really ever. I'm probably one of those people that bother other people when I drive.
No.
Just like,
I don't get bothered
That's
by
me.
traffic.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
I don't either. I'm just like, oh, look at that. More
Can't
time to
change it.
smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen to more music.
fuck it. I didn't want to be on the bid on time anyway. That person sounded mean.
Yeah, it's just a Sundance. It's crazy out here.
Oh, yeah.
I've never gone
it is
since
Sundance. Should we all go up to the Sundance?
I've
and
never done it since I
try
moved
to-
here. It's
try
been
to
6
connect
years.
with the famous people?
It's only a
Should we-
40-minute
we
drive,
could go
dude.
up and interview
Where's it
them?
at?
It's all you. It's up in Park City.
Park City.
Oh yeah, that's funny. One of my buddies' acquaintances on Faceman posted a picture of Park City this morning with somebody had a fucking sign through their window of their car, like
What?
Sundance is getting crazy. Fucking
Oh.
got their windows busted out and shit.
We're not going to go up there.
I think I
You
should
know-
go up there. I'm gonna go up there and just.
I don't understand it, but
Screw
there's
people.
like this culture that goes around on Facebook where anytime there's like somebody doing something completely idiotic on Facebook and that person has long hair,
Huh.
I get a fucking tag.
Oh yeah, I seen that this morning too.
And I'm just like, what? Like, have I done a lot of dumb things online? Have I ever done anything dumb?
No, you
like,
just that's the long
besides
hair.
just make like silly videos.
But then it makes you think like, wow,
But
the
like,
people sending me this stuff, like how educated are they?
well, but like,
For them to just say, oh, there's a guy with long hair. That's just like Treesus.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
You know?
definitely Treesus in my
That's
town.
Treesus.
Yeah.
That's Treesus. Or like this dude that's like he'll steal your natty lights and your girl, like Warrentown Kid. Like keep your eye out for him, and he's got like a mullet.
I
and,
see
like,
nothing
gold
wrong with
tooth,
that.
And he's like that, and I'm like,
Oh, yes.
Everybody's like, is this Treesus Bartleby? And I'm like, I don't fucking drink beer, much less natty lights, and I'm not here to steal your girl.
I was just about to ask you what natty lights are.
Natural light.
Natural light.
I
It's
just
like
didn't know what it was.
fucking dick beer.
All the kids are drinking the fucking lemonade natty beer now. It's even easier to go down, I think. That's why.
Jim Jones' juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, juice. I want some juice.
Natter Day, I think they call it. Natter Day Lights.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's a
man.
pink box. And I always see these bros walking out of Smith's with it.
Oh god.
I'm just like, yeah, that'll fucking put some hair in
Natter
the chest.
Day Saints.
Lemonade beer. Okay.
Wow, you're a tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough guys drink
151.
exactly.
Tough guys drink one.
Bottle of Jack.
150 fun is what we call
They'll
it.
drink whatever you can light on fire.
I do not drink.
I don't drink either. fuck
Some
that.
beer here and there, but not the.
Yeah, I'll have a beer on the very slight occasion. Right now, I have some sort of sinus thing going on, and I just can't seem to shake it.
Well, I got the chest thing.
Mark's
Combined.
Cocaine.
Combined, we are the cold.
Yeah, and
We're the common
Mark
cold.
It's a
has got-
cocaine sinus infection.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I don't
He's
drink
just-
beer. I snort cocaine.
That's why he goes to Speeds. That's what he picks up at Speeds to shop. They don't sell saw parts.
Get you some Go Fast.
Yeah,
That
that's
go-go
right. I wonder if I can.
butter.
I'm gonna try to. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna screw you
This
up
is
for a minute.
this is his hand and his dongle.
Actually, real men, if they want to have hair on their chest, drink Red Bull.
Yeah.
Red Bull. Oh yeah.
Red balls.
Hair on your chest and also heart palpitations,
And
Yes.
heart
and-
attacks,
and
death.
heart attack,
Actually, I have like
and a
no hair
feeling
on my
like your
chest,
life
so
might
it's
just be
maybe-
ending. 'cause
And it will.
is. Yeah.
People have.
Yeah. Have they? People
Mhm.
died.
People have
from too
died
much-
from drinking too many
Too much
energy
Red
drinks.
Fourth one today.
See, that's crazy because when they first came out and they had the Flugtag where people would like
Let's look it up.
fly over the
No, like there's
the
several
Hudson
people that
River.
are just, or they've had heart attacks drinking too many Red Bulls or Monsters or whatever in
They
a
had
day.
inferior hearts.
Yeah, they had this Flugtag where they like fly the homemade aircrafts like into the Hudson River as far as they could get is like I guess the point system in it. But I went with my buddy who was working in radio at the time, and when we got there, they were giving out Red Bull to like anyone beyond this point that we were allowed to go in. And I ended up drinking like 14, I think, in 3 hours, and because they were brand new and they were free, and I was like, fuck it, just having fun. That was the first time I felt my heart break dance in my chest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was on the verge of like I probably could have jumped off the pier and flew myself, dude.
Just whapped your little
Yeah.
wings and
Like, oh, he doesn't have any flying apparatus, but look at that fucker go. Just flying around.
well, I never really got I don't know, felt it, noticed it. My body would just process it like that
Mhm.
until recently. Like I had a Red Bull when we were working on that big cottonwood, and I like finished Red Bull, and the next thing you know, I just felt like everything was coming to an end, and we were like near the job finish. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was weird. It came out of nowhere, and I was like,
But did
"That's
we-
the Red Bull."
Did we
I-
eat a lot that day? Because I do notice that will.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well,
eat
I'd
dinner.
never really drinking any just Red Bull just to drink it until this last year, and it does the same to me because I drink a lot of Red Bull, but it usually has vodka or Jaeger in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calm that out.
Wow, you're special.
I know,
Yeah.
but yeah, Red Bull's
Red Bull's a tricky one.
I
Yeah.
usually just go to sleep after I drink it.
that's not good.
That's kind of how I am. Coffee, I could go
Yeah, I could go to
a
sleep.
quad shot Americano. I can have it at 11 p.m. Be in bed by 11:30.
That's
no
not
problem.
good.
Yeah.
It's really not. There's something going on there. If that stimulant ain't doing
They
nothing
say
for
it
you.
had to do with the ADHD. Apparently, the caffeine acts as a suppressant for me or
it's like,
something.
it's like
Well, I noticed that when I put myself on a caffeine schedule, so like, I'm not kidding. So for example, like only 2 coffees per day, which is what I've really been trying to actually keep at. I don't always keep it, but if I go for that late one, and usually anytime Mark and I go eat dinner, like anytime I get a good full dinner, I need a fucking coffee
Yeah,
afterwards. Like,
always.
I just, I don't know. It's just one of those.
I can do
triggers.
regular coffee, but the
Yeah.
fucking quad shot, no.
Yeah. Well, even if I drink it, then I'm up, and like
Yeah.
so that kind of happened while my wife and kids were away, in in Oregon, and I was drinking coffee late. Now I'm just on this late schedule.
Yeah, that's kind of was where I was at too. Like
But-
my sleep time started to like slowly roll into like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm up at like 7 or 9, and then I'm tired. So then it goes for some reason later the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and then it rolls in later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It just keeps like postponing my wake up,
Yeah.
and my
yeah.
sleep is getting later in the night too.
Mm-hmm.
I was also sick for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mark just farted.
Yep.
Mark had farted. That's cool. So I told somebody earlier we were going to talk about ancient aliens on our podcast,
Oh,
and
man.
Jesus.
I feel like
Awesome.
Kenny is the most well versed in ancient aliens.
Conspiracy theorist bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
wait.
yeah, we got to jump on the conspiracy train at some point, right?
There ain't no Bigfoot.
Well, no, there's definitely no Bigfoot.
There ain't no alien bases underneath our oceans.
I
There is
saw.
a Sasquatch though, and Yeti.
Yeah, whatever.
They're from Washington State. They've been having lots of
Uh-huh.
they've been having lots of sightings on
He
the
has a
DOT
daughter.
DOT cameras.
Yeah.
Catching
Mhm.
Sasquatch has a daughter.
Yeah, just kind of like on the Google cams too. How all of a sudden there's a Sasquatch there. It wasn't some dumbass knew when that fucking car was coming by to dress up like a fucking animal.
Oh, really? Oh, really, Mark? Okay,
The
Mark.
Earth ain't flat.
Mark is gonna.
We did land on the moon,
Kenny
and
is.
y'all
Kenny is going to
just-
try to convince Mark of a conspiracy theory. And then Mark, I'm sorry, I'm putting you guys on the spot, but
Yeah.
this is the show.
Convince me.
Well, I'm not. I
I'll
don't know
poke
much.
holes in every
Yeah.
story. I will argue it to
Yeah.
death.
I think my favorite one that I've really like kind of.
But
Go.
you can't, Mark.
Hmm.
I'm going to just set some ground rules here. You can't just argue it by being like, that's fucking stupid. You know, you got to like,
No,
you got to bring.
I'll litigate this
Yeah,
one.
let's litigate it. Okay, we're litigating. You know, we're in a courtroom and I am the judge.
Ooh. So I guess I would say my favorite one that I've really like read up. Try not to get too fucking wrapped up in all that stuff when it does come around, but I do like to give it a little bit of interest, you know, because it's neat that people have these weird things sometimes.
Crazy ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychotic,
There's a
sociopathic bullshit.
The mittens right there.
Yeah, there's plenty of names for it, but basically, like my favorite one that I think I really like was the. It has to do with when they show the flight patterns, like electronically. Nothing goes below the southern hemisphere. The shit will just disappear off of the radar. Like even if you look it up on your phone, and a plane drops below the southern hemisphere, it will not show up on the blip. Whether it's you're looking on your phone or you're looking in the like actual airport thing, you know. And with that, a lot of these things have been said that like it was kind of about hiding this whole Antarctica thing.
Oh yeah, like it's a haven.
Yeah. So
almost like
yeah.
for the powers of the world.
Yeah.
UN haven.
they had the UN, like the peace treaty, like apparently
Might
it
not
was
be
like,
able
you
to
know,
argue with this one. Mike.
Not really. Where's the proof?
Yeah,
yeah.
Show me the proof.
Well,
it's in the UN.
It's not about what you know.
articles.
It's what you can prove. Prove it.
Yeah.
What am I proving?
Have you been to Antarctica?
I didn't get
Have you
into
seen
it
it?
yet.
Oh, he did.
Like we didn't even start getting to where I was going.
Well, I already know where it's going.
Okay, well, I want to hear the rest.
Yeah, I
all right,
wanna hear
all right,
it.
continue on.
Keep going.
So there was like a news station back in like the 30s or 40s or whatever that I don't even know. You can look it up though, and there's like a pilot that was given instructions to fly over there, check it out or whatever, and report back.
Was it
And
like the 2020 show or Dateline NBC?
No, this was before all that existed, and apparently he was just saying like there's enough land there that like even without snow or ice in certain parts of Antarctica that have natural resources that have been untouched. And the reason why every country is part of this peace treaty, they all have a piece claimed in Antarctica.
Yeah, everybody does.
So this is all true so far. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah. And they all are going to eventually want these resources. The
There's a
natural
lot of oil.
resources.
There's a lot of gold. There's diamonds, but getting to them and grasping those resources are another story.
So my thing is there's that part, which kind of is ethical, and then there's the other side to it where it's like, Antarctica is not Antarctica. They have this sign, so nobody goes there. They'll blow your airplanes up if you try to go. They'll blow your ships. The ships don't even make it because the water gets too cold and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's all these things that prevent people from going there and actually being able to check on your own. There's no way to be allowed to go. Like, they just permit it. They prohibit it, you know? So, like, there's no way to really tell, but there's all these people talking these two opposite sides on what it could really be. Yeah, it could just be some land. It could just be like, no one fucking go here yet. You all have your spaces. Leave this thing alone. It's already kind of hurting itself somehow. Blah, 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 blah. And if we go there, we'll ruin it, melt things, this or that. Then there's the other side of things where Antarctica is just a big ice wall and we're on the inside of it. But the way it's mapped out, we're stuck. It's like the Truman Show. And then there's other people that are like, well, there's a huge hole in there. That if you go into the center of Antarctica and there's that hole, the Nazis had held this like secret dimensional fucking space travel thing.
Wow.
So there's numerous.
So you want to know from a personal experience?
Yes.
Antarctica exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on a cruise to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Have you?
You
A
leave
cruise
out
ship?
of you leave out of Chile.
Really?
There's a 75-day window every year. It's in the summer here.
Huh.
You can go there.
Hmm.
You can check it out.
Really?
Antarctica is just a bunch of snow, ice, icebergs, and it's full of fucking wildlife. And in what would be the summer here, or winter here, it's summer there.
It's just so weird. They have like bases over there, like protect people. But that's weird though that they allow you
Well,
to.
it's like
There's not
science.
bases. There's U.S. interests there. There's British interests. There's every country has an interest there, and it's all about discovery. The best meteorites they have found have been in Antarctica because they're unobstructed,
Yeah.
and so they find different pieces of life there. Yes, from asteroids from Mars or whatever. When the planets collided, they're finding all kinds of stuff. But there ain't no secret Nazi bullshit there.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's just something. It's one of those
I mean-
things that's deep rooted in the internet with like tons of people that believe it.
Mark, if there was one conspiracy theory out there that you think might be real, what would it be?
Hitler got away.
Yeah, you think Hitler got away?
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
I think so.
Not saying that it happened,
Yeah.
but absolutely. Money and power will buy you anything.
Yeah.
There's a price for anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then all the leaders, even though they're at war, they're handshakers. You know what I mean?
Everybody is. It's all
Yeah.
it's all diplomatic. It's pure diplomacy. It's like going in a courtroom. You think attorneys hate each other and judge? No, everybody goes to fucking
It's
lunch
business.
after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
It's
has a
business,
job
man.
to do. Hitler wasn't the only person behind that whole issue of genocide. That wasn't his.
Was that a gay joke
It
towards Hitler?
What?
Yeah,
Behind that hole.
So now that is
Apparently
a
he was
controversial
also a
subject
gay
you're
man as
touching
well.
on right now, because there's some people out there that would be like, no, Hitler was the dude. Hitler was.
He
the
wasn't. There's no way. One man cannot create that entire machine. He did not have
No.
that idea solely, and it's not a singular idea
Yeah.
to go out and kill millions of people, and there's no way one person can do it on their own. One
Yeah.
person, he's a puppet to have led it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's absolutely no way.
So you think he had like a team?
Yeah, he did,
Yeah.
and they were all tried in war crime courts.
Yeah.
He had
They
a
were all
boyfriend
executed.
too. I heard he had a boy, and that's another thing.
Whether he was gay or not doesn't
Yeah,
mean he's
well,
going to
no,
kill a bunch
but-
of fucking Jews.
No, but his escape.
Like, I'm gay, I'm
His
going to kill
escape.
off a population of people I don't like. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Dick, but I hate Jewish people, and only one can stay. Yeah, that's not
I mean,
him. But what
it's-
I'm saying is like he could have had an easier way out.
Oh, he did. He
With-
pretended to possibly blow his head off
Mhm.
and left.
There's a whole thing about him cheating on his wife with a male too.
Everybody
so he
cheats
could have
on
been
their
like,
wife.
"Hey,
Everybody
let's
cheats on their spouses.
go."
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like
you
it
wanted to
could
go
be
be
his.
gay together on an
Yeah.
island, but
I mean, hey,
whatever. But no, there were several of them. There were 3 other
it's Nietzsche.
head Nazi leaders that had fled to like Nicaragua and all kinds of different countries in South
Yeah.
America until they were found and then eventually tried and hanged.
He just looks the worst. That's why he gets.
He's
like-
just the ugliest.
Yeah, he's got like the hair questioning, like the mustache thing, and
So he
he's
just
just
basically shaved his mustache off, went bald, and went to South
Could have gone
America.
somewhere and died
In Florida.
peacefully. I mean, he had the money, he had the means, he had the people.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
there's a good chance of it. I don't know. There's a reasonable explanation for everything.
Yeah.
He's likely not chewing on cyanide capsules, most likely T-bone Kobe steaks.
Kobe.
Kobe. Anyways, another thing I think is really interesting. That's a real place that exists with a lot of oddities attached to it. Is the Bohemian Grove in California.
What's that?
What's that?
Let's hear
Is
about
that-
the Bohemian Grove.
Is that next to the alien mansion where they all put their Nikes on,
No,
drank some Kool-Aid, and wanted to jump aboard the asteroid?
So the Bohemian Grove is this. You can actually see on Google Maps the foundation, like the place where they go. But it's like where all the higher ups go.
Mm-hmm.
So like Walt Disney at one point was invited there.
Oh, it's like a.
That's not a conspiracy. That's just a fucking good goddamn rich cult that I'd love to be a part of.
Is that
Yeah.
the pizza
Well, then
Hut
they
thing?
No,
What do you think
well
they
then
do,
they have
Mark?
like
What
the
do you think
blood
they do
set,
there?
like the I
Have sex
You think
with
that's it?
hot women. Like
There's
I've
more-
been to some really twisted swinger parties. Let me tell you, there's probably some conspiracies behind that.
oh there's a
Oh,
lot.
Some eyes wide
There's-
shut shit, but there
Yeah,
ain't no
yeah.
conspiracy. It's people fucking.
Yeah,
It's swinger shit.
that's all
Hey,
it
but
is.
that's
Like,
if you're not in there, that's all you know is
Yeah.
just what you perceive from the outside.
What you think?
going
they're-
in there and dressing up in masks and
Yeah.
yeah, I guess
Fuck
that's
yeah.
what it is. They are doing. Yeah.
I'm actually
there may
gonna-
be some ritualistic shit a part of it, but who gives a fuck? It's
But
people
now,
being
so
people.
why do rich people tend to do that? Like what?
Because they have the means to do it. They have the means to be even
like,
crazier,
oh, we
more
can all
kinky,
we can all just go and
more sexual.
do this.
Like money buys sexuality.
Weird.
Bottom line, we're all human.
Money buys.
I'm being honest.
I'll just tell you right now.
Innocence,
You
too.
want me to be honest, Mark? I would not like to go to a sex party with Hillary Clinton.
No.
No, that'd be terrible. But I
Donald
don't think
Trump
Hillary
would be
would ever
there.
be I don't think Hillary was invited.
Nancy
Who's the, lady,
Pelosi.
who's the lady that would have the fake bodies laid out?
Money
like
can't
they-
buy that
That's
sex.
like a whole thing too.
What?
That place is fucked. And there's like video of a dude who got in there and like filmed a whole thing. They have this giant owl thing. They
Huh?
like preached or they worship.
Oh yeah, Alex Jones when he went in there and filmed them doing their crazy thing.
That was inside.
Yeah, they were all like, "No, this is real.
This is
film,
real
dude."
shit,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
real
this
shit.
is-
but there's no conspiracy behind it. These aren't like these are implanted aliens.
I can say that too.
Well, what? But what if they are? What if they are like?
I'm not getting
a
to
higher
aliens.
power
I'm not
and they're
saying
tapping
aliens.
Well,
into
then
some
good
shit?
for them. They're
I'm
sitting
saying-
here with a bunch of shit fucks like us hanging out.
I'm just saying the control
Did
that
you-
goes on, the
If
decisions
they have the technology,
No,
that's
and the,
being made
then-
in that place.
Hold up, dog. They were doing a ritual. They were doing some crazy ritual
you saw it.
on the video.
okay.
Real
They
shit.
were
No,
doing
I believe you.
real shit ritual.
But
What the fuck is that? Is that something at one of your sex parties?
No,
Did
so
you
no,
guys ever go
that
in
kind
like
of
a-
shit I don't get into.
Like
no.
a mask like this?
No,
and
that-
like with the fucking blood and the fucking
That's
stone.
just disturbing.
That's what we're talking
But
about. Mark.
look at the Mayans. Look at all
But
the different
now this
cultures
is
out there.
something-
Indiana Jones.
Now this is what we're talking about. Not like some fucking sex party that the elites.
No,
like to
no,
do.
there's it's idealistic, sociopathic, psychopathic tendencies that get a hold of us. You put an idea in somebody's head and people want to follow.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching a YouTube documentary, or no, not YouTube, but Netflix documentary yesterday. Kyle was watching it with me. Now, this professor at Harvard did a study on authoritarian issues with people. And he forced 100 people to sit down, and for what they thought they were doing is shocking somebody for giving the wrong answer over and over, eventually killing this person. He got that person to do it 68% of the time because an authoritative figure was telling them to do it. Little did they know they weren't really killing somebody, but they were told to shock them, and they told to shock them to death, and they did.
Because somebody was telling them to.
Yep,
Yep.
an authoritative figure.
Really?
This had to do with the 75th precinct in New York.
So 68% of them would.
68% of all people killed the other person because they were told to do it.
Dang.
So that's some psychological science. There's psychology behind it.
1878 is when they established that, by the way, the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says here.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
The Roman Empire was built 2,500 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's get into conspiracy about that. Why did it fall?
Yeah, that's way better.
In
Screw
mid-July each
That's
year.
better conspiracy than this bullshit something built 140 years ago, 150 years ago. Like, let's talk about the Roman Empire, but there's some crazy shit in that.
this.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but I mean, it's,
What's the conspiracy
they
on that
aren't-
fall?
Humans being retarded.
Yeah.
that's
Let's
what Bohemian
destroy
Grove
something
is.
good rather than take it over
Mark and I were talking about this
and
the other day.
overthrow the government and take what they've built.
Yeah.
We'll go in, we'll kill everybody, and then destroy everything that they built, and we'll set ourselves back 2,000 years.
Yeah, that's what the Germans did, right?
Yeah,
Like there was like a German tribe that ultimately destroyed.
the Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah, and
And the barbarians, basically. That's
Yeah.
the Romans went in and killed them.
yeah, they went in and and then they went in and just destroyed the whole fucking thing, and like all that, like you were saying, plumbing.
Everything. Yeah.
Well,
And
there's
they had indoor plumbing. They had the aqueduct system. They had. They just found recently, like a year ago, a calculator and a computer that still works. Now it's archaic, but
Like a calculator.
yeah, and a computer that could hold memory.
I've watched some documentaries
It's archaic as hell. Look it up.
on Egypt and stuff
computer?
like
A
that.
computer. It's
Like this?
it's not like
And,
that. It's
Everybody
for
thinks,
that time. It was a computer.
Everybody thinks that the
It
pyramids.
would hold numbers. It would hold data. It would.
Whoa.
It's a calculator,
Yeah.
but old school.
I've watched documentaries on like ancient Egypt and shit, and everybody thinks that like the pyramids are like tombs and shit like that. But what I've seen or whatever, they think that they're actually
Alien bases.
no, they're power
Yeah,
generators.
one's a power.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
them
power
for
plants.
sure. They were like just by the way it's built and the
Yeah, they're
inside.
using the
And
magnetic
I
forces.
believe
to
that.
turn them
I
into
think they're a lot
magnetic-
older.
Magnetic.
Yeah.
I think they're a lot older than they think. I think they're built. This is my personal belief, based on what I've heard. But I think that they're fucking tens of thousands of years old. 10,000, maybe 20. And that what they used to look like was probably quite a bit different. And then all these societies throughout thousands of years would grow and find them and say, build their thing around them. And then
Interesting. They also say there's 3 matching pyramids in Antarctica
mhm.
that resemble, like in the same spot, but on the opposite side.
There's also a face on Mars. Did you know that?
I can't
Oh,
see
but
Mars.
until recent
Yeah.
satellite imagery, it ain't a face.
Oh, it's not.
And that again, that's a psychological effect that we have, is because we're used to taking things in our memory bank, more specifically people's faces, and our brains project that face, thinking, "Oh, there's a man on the moon. Look at the face."
Well, there is, but it's not.
But look at the face on Mars. People are like, "That's built by aliens."
I remember
no,
that picture. Yeah.
yeah, no, it was not. They got some more detailed satellite imagery on it.
Is there like where'd you hear that, Kenny, about
It's
that?
that same. I gotta find that like little documentary with the guy who was like being
Yeah.
interviewed on.
Oh, I've heard the pyramids are alien bases.
yeah, I hear
And,
that.
I
too.
don't think that.
UFOs come in there all the time, but nobody sees them because they have this invisible technology. Why the fuck would aliens be fucking with our planet
Yeah.
and want to hang out with the retards like us? If they've got all if they got all this intelligence,
Because they
and
can
they're able
manipulate
they're
too.
able to travel here, they're able to do what they want. Why in the fuck would they implant aliens in this fucking planet? Why?
As simple as the same reason we were just saying Hitler did what he did because he.
So Hitler was an alien?
No,
Well, who
that's
kno-
not
who
what
knows?
we're saying. You're being crazy.
I'm
Is
saying
Trump an alien?
yeah.
driven by power.
Yeah, power.
Okay, so what power do they have? Why haven't they come out and just powered us?
Yeah.
Who's to say they have? I mean, there's
Who's to
people
say
out
they
there
haven't?
that say
It's
they
funny.
have been
It's like you think that
abducted.
Kenny thinks that they're all aliens, but he doesn't.
Who?
Who?
I just believe in aliens. Period.
I'm just messing with
I
you.
feel like all of us have had
Yeah.
way too much time on our hands watching way too many documentaries.
No, I know. I,
Oh, I
like,
don't
I
watch it.
really
I don't
think
waste
that-
my
I
time with
think
that bullshit.
That, like, for example, like what Mark was saying about the fucking Romans. Okay, we're 2,000 years behind because of that.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But
One
You ever
man-
been to the Dark Ages for 1,500
You
years?
guys want to know? There's actually proof of that, ish, depending on what you believe in. But I watched this other documentary the other day called "Cocaine Mummies," and they tested all these mummies from ancient Egypt and found nicotine and cocaine in their blood and in their DNA and shit like that through their hair, which is like supposedly an infallible test.
Mm-hmm.
And like cocaine and tobacco only comes from South America, which would mean like what he was saying, that they pushed all civilization back because America had already been discovered far along, like in the time of the mummies.
Mhm.
obviously, because there's a whole civilization here.
Yeah.
Civilization.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's what I think it is. We're just recycling over and over.
Well,
again.
there's the Peru
and then
city.
we have the it
Machu
could
Picchu?
absolutely just fall apart again.
no, it's not.
Tomorrow.
Machu Picchu's a mountain.
Oh no! Yeah. Well, there's the city of Peru. Remember they like did the radar graft
Oh yeah,
of the land and
forest.
found like a full New York City structured city underneath
Yep,
what grew over it.
that is fucking straight up the truth. They have
We'll
like
see when they excavate it.
yeah,
It's because
like a whole
basically,
grid system with fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
basically the world is Hollywood, and every 20 years or so, we're just recycling everything that we've already talked about and meant and said, and just calling it ourselves original.
Like we're gonna keep this. We're gonna throw that away, and we're gonna keep this. We're gonna throw that, and then eventually, if somebody's like, "No, we're
I
taking
don't know.
that.
I
You're
think-
not keeping it."
The more I live, the more likely we're just living in a simulation.
Don't take the red pill.
Well, that's a really shitty simulation.
You think?
Sometimes.
I've bled out a lot, and felt the pain and saw it for it to not be a simulation. for me.
Well, I don't know.
Pain
because-
can be simulated.
Yes, it could. It can actually.
But no,
They've
Dakota and I were
proven that.
talking about this the other day, like, Skynet, Terminator.
Yeah.
That's some real shit. All you
What?
got to do to create awareness is to create a past and a potential future with anything. If something can be aware of the past, it can certainly look towards the future and do whatever it wants.
Damn it, Cohagen, give the people the air.
Well, what are we?
Well, okay,
We're
so
a product of what we
Let-
have been through.
let's say we're completely wrong in that humans are this species that just keeps recycling. We've been doing it for 1 million years. Okay, that means, and we recycle these big giant societies every 2,000 years.
It's
It goes on these big waves. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Every 2,000 years, these big waves where you get like a rise, fall. And that's how it's happened. If you look even for the last 8,000 years,
Just look at the
that's what it is. right?
Jesus' lifespan.
So what's to say that humans 100,000 years ago didn't figure out AI, and then AI killed the humans, and then AI was like, all right, we're done.
What
And
if-
then they just became nothing. The program just shut down after they achieved their directive.
What if
Good.
we were?
And then it just all was lost, and 100,000 years later, here we are
I was
again.
gonna say, what if we were so?
Because the Earth would do that, right? It would
Yeah.
destroy everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Mother Nature will take itself back.
Ruthless.
Anything living is parasitic to another living thing.
Yeah.
Like we are
Like
to the earth.
herpes.
Yeah.
To-
Yeah. Yeah, we're like
We're like a
Earthies.
herpy on
We're
Earth.
like
Yeah.
There's two
Herpes.
ways of
We're
looking at
herpes.
that. Parasitic
We're
or symbiotic.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's true. That's
So,
true.
That's true.
You know, it depends on how you look at the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
cut
like-
trees down,
it's like a
so
reef.
I cut
Parasitic.
trees.
Something is taken from something else, but its poop is something else's food.
Yeah, exactly.
kind of like Dexter or Duke's poop in the morning when it's on your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Breakfast, Dad.
Dude's
exactly.
poop. Yeah, see, my one dog's poop is the other dog's food.
Yeah.
One dog's
Likes to eat the other dog's poop.
Seriously, this is a
one
true
dog's
story.
scraps
Yeah.
is another dog's
yeah,
treasures.
Yeah, my dog. Yeah, Roman's gross.
That's
It's actually a shepherd thing. I've seen in quite a few.
It's a
shepherds.
German thing.
Yeah, it's a German thing.
You could shit on my face. You
Yeah.
could shit in my mouth. Yeah.
Oh my.
Very good. So bad.
Double Dutch chocolate. I'm not German, so I could say that. And
how do you know? You
Well,
look
then that
German.
just makes
You
you
do look
racist.
kind of German. What is
Yeah.
your lineage there, Ken?
I have zero German in my
What do
name.
you, how do you know? Have you had a DNA test?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm mostly English,
Black.
Irish, and then a little bit of Scottish, and like a 3% of Welsh.
Where does the blue eyes come from?
That would come from the.
Probably Wells.
Wells.
That's where my family's lineage comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't, because Irish people have blue eyes, and we're green usually, right?
Green or brown.
English is just like a trash pile, but I love them the most out of all of my.
America's the biggest trash pile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm here, because I'm a mix of all that, and they're just
Yeah.
like throw it in that island over there.
I don't know my lineage. I know I got a French ass mother,
French.
and so that's half of me.
Yeah.
I always thought, like, does that mean it's just like
Yeah,
half of
it's-
me
Mhm.
is French, and then this half of me
So
is
Kyle
all
says,
the other things?
Is-
He always says I'm half. What is it? You're something
I'm
from.
Japanese from the waist down.
Yeah, he's
I'm
Jap-
actually Scottish, Irish, English, Polish, Norwegian, French, German, Indian, Japanese, and Dutch.
Did you get a blood test?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
Is this verified?
No.
Does this sound like
No,
another
no.
I
conspiracy?
saw,
No,
I
that's
saw it
wrong.
on YouTube. so
No,
it's gotta
that's
be
wrong.
true.
Do you harbor aliens in your body?
Yes.
You know, I think the conspiracy that I think should become mainstream,
Keister.
and it's probably not a conspiracy at all, and that's that nobody actually knows what's going on.
No.
And that's why we are where we are. So, like, for instance, no, there's no fucking bases in Antarctica.
No. If there were bases in Antarctica, why aren't they talking about the Arctic Circle? Wouldn't it
'Cause
be
they got a
just as
really
easy
good
to
chicken
get
and
up
fries.
there as it would be?
That's,
But actually, America owns the Arctic Circle. We planted our flag there first.
oh, do we?
Yeah, center of Arctic Circle has the American flag on it.
Could we go and move it and put the French flag there?
If you want, about I don't know why the French need it.
Do you think that Americans would be mad if we did that?
Wait, why did
I
they?
think you'd probably be shot.
Yeah? Do you think they guard it?
There's people up there.
They guard
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
people up
middle-
there. There's
they're
people
like,
up there.
This is the
all year
very
round.
center of the earth.
hmm
We're going to guard this.
There's more oil up in there than any other place in the world. that they've got.
Hitler's hole.
Really?
So we're saving that for ourselves.
That's what I was
Interesting.
saying.
How did
Antarctica-
all that oil end up there?
There's gravitational pull from the spinning of the Earth going south and north.
Dinosaurs.
So you think all the oil just...
Yeah, they're just pockets in the Earth. And then all oil is dead animals.
Yeah, it's just dead
Well,
dinosaurs.
it's dead animals and plants. And
Yeah, like marble and granite. Most people don't realize that's all dead fish. Marble and granite is made out of dead sea creatures.
What?
Yeah, look it up.
Wow, that's so strong.
That's
too.
all it is. That's why granite's stronger than marble. Marble's very soft. So
So you
yeah,
don't take it for granted.
Wait,
No,
so the whole world is just made out of...
it's all
things.
billions of years of dead, decomposing life organisms that have now created rock, stone,
I mean,
oil.
wood. Even you can do it with glass and wood. Like
Yeah,
Now, wait, I'm trying to... confused because what was here before that?
it was lava, asteroids coming in,
Oh, yeah.
implanting iron, implanting water, just all the main elements to life were brought in from space, crashing into the Earth, and here we are. It was probably aliens
Ta-da!
outfitting those asteroids with rockets and GPS systems, directing them towards our rock.
Oh,
Had to have been.
that's how it...
Must
is
have
that
been.
your theory?
That's my It's gotta be,
Yeah.
right?
It's
cool. Though. I've never heard of something that like from that perspective.
So,
though.
like,
That's
you look
cool.
at the moon with the craters on it, you look at the craters that are in the Earth. I mean, for millions of years, you look back on a timetable of Earth, I mean, we were pelted with millions upon millions of asteroids and rocks and clusters of everything for millions of years.
Yeah.
The reason why we don't today is because all of those have been cleared out and every planet's been blasted with them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much out there to hit us anymore.
Oh, it used to be much more
Yeah,
crazy.
when whatever the Big Bang Theory and everything was just circling in a mass of shit.
Big Bang conspiracy theory.
It just, I mean, so like there's like the dark planet conspiracy, which I don't think that really is because I actually have found that now. There's a planet in our solar system that
revolves in a
pure,
different...
yeah, it's pure dark. They can't see it. It doesn't reflect light. So they never knew it was there, but they actually found it, I think, 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
I wonder if
So
there's
it's
like
pure
no
dark. It
gases
doesn't
on
Just,
it.
yeah, it's the dark planet, and it revolves around our solar system. It's not within it, but
Yeah,
they
it
actually found
revolves
it, and it's big enough that it could enter our solar system and wreak some havoc.
Really?
It's big enough that it can start pulling and fucking with our planets.
There's supposed to be like a big meteor that's going to come in like 2049, but I don't think it's going to like devastate anything.
Probably has a
It's-
GPS system and rockets on it that were outfitted by aliens too.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
don't
come
know.
right at us.
What do you think they're sending us?
Food,
Oh, yeah.
water, Red Bull,
Yeah, Red Bull.
heroin, coke, meth.
Food. Hey, here's some food.
I just
Take a
want
million years to get there.
I'll just be standing under it.
Wait, so it's actually they've plotted out an asteroid that's going to hit the Earth in 2049.
No, it's gonna come close. It comes within like 60, 70,000
Yeah.
miles.
But even then, they like
That's
just
pretty fucking close.
It's pretty close, but we just had one pass like 2 weeks ago that was like, I don't know, 80,000 miles.
Yeah.
I'll be long gone by
I mean,
then.
it's
Yeah, I don't-
close.
2049? No, you probably still
No, I'll
alive.
be
That's
60.
29
I'll be
years.
65 in 2046, so you won't be that
Oh.
old.
I've always said I'm good.
You wanna bet?
73, no longer than that. So
2049. I'll be 59.
Wow, you can get a
Wow.
reverse mortgage.
What's a reverse mortgage?
Well,
No
if you don't know what it is, then you don't need to know at this point.
Okay.
I'll be able to sign up for
It's a
AARP.
retirement mortgage where they pay you to live in your house, and then you basically lose
your
your
house.
house back to the government when you die. You
Alright.
don't have to make
My
you don't have
grandma
to make
has one.
payments on it.
Mhm.
They just lump sum you the cash,
Yeah.
and they just amortize the interest.
All the way up to the point you're dead.
My grandma.
What
has
if
one on her
what
house.
if they give you
Fucked
more
up.
than it's worth before you die?
Then they forgive it.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's forgivable. It's all government insured.
Fucking A. I'm going to do that when I'm that old.
Yeah.
So I can get free
I
checks.
just plan on having millions, so I don't have to do that.
Well, then you get all of those paying you back by the government.
Oh, he gets to give all of those to all of.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Well, so, yeah, that's my theory. We're just recycling ourselves over and over again.
And Kenny thinks there's aliens everywhere.
I would not be surprised if there was aliens.
I don't think.
What
it-
about, okay.
I like the idea of it.
No,
I've
but what
always-
about that This was on the.
I've
Rogan
seen my own
podcast,
shit with
and
my
this-
own two eyes at
yeah,
points that I
this
can't
was on-
explain.
This was on the Rogan.
Psychosis.
This is on the Rogan podcast, and it was this fucking actual Navy pilot.
No, I've seen that. I know
Yeah.
what video you're talking about. Yeah, there's some unexplained shit out there, but there's also, I don't know. Prove it.
Neither do I.
Well, if it's unexplained, then
prove
who
what
has?
the unexplained is, rather than like concocting some crazy theory about it, whatever it is. Like,
Well, that's what it is until it is explained. That's what anything is.
I am an alien.
not necessarily. Like it just,
Problem
it's
solved.
got to be. You know, you get a video like that, and it just spurs
Yeah.
just craziness, rather than okay, well, maybe it is, and freaking aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's where
great.
I'm always at.
We'll start being more
Maybe it is.
like
Maybe it's not.
just a
Maybe
little-
it's not. You
well,
know.
just to
like-
have some more logic to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not just start conspiring that they were landing in the ocean bases that they got here.
Mhm.
Oh, they're in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Landed in the middle of the mountains. Their mountains open right up,
David
and they just land right in it.
David Icke.
Who?
David Icke, ever heard of him? He believes
Sounds
that
icky.
he believes that there's a dominant reptile race that can disguise themselves as humans that are actually the ones running the planet.
Well, that would be
Midnight
awesome.
Meat Train.
Yeah.
Can I join? Like
Yeah.
I told you the other day, if I could find a clan of vampires out there, if you're listening, if you are real, come bite me on the neck. I want to live forever.
Those are my people.
And I'm being dead serious about that, but that shit don't. They ain't
What,
real.
what would you do?
They
with
are. They don't have the
200 years,
powers.
Mark?
I'd need at least 3.
Okay, 300 years. What would you do? Like you're about 40 now. Okay, so you have 260 years left of your life. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Observe,
Observe.
and
You
watch.
do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
You're just gonna go. Like, would you go everywhere
Oh, absolutely.
and just like for like?
Yeah.
So would you go to China for how long?
At least 5 years.
At least.
Yeah. Just go live it out. Live it out. Live every single place on this earth
Yeah.
and see it all. Live it all.
I would go to South Korea.
And just be it all.
Would you go be
Yeah,
like
that
a
place looks cool, actually.
homeless bum in Africa getting shot at by Somalian
I have too
pirates?
much pride for any type of homelessness
Yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
no, I'd never go that route.
And if he got
Um,
shot, regardless, he'd be a vampire. So he'd be like,
I've been
"It does
shot
not
twice."
affect me.
you
Well, but
think
if you're a
that-
vampire, you're
So
even
I'm
better.
I'm probably a vampire
How
already.
rich do you think you could get if you became 300 years old?
That would probably be my goal, is to see how rich I could actually become.
How rich do you think you could become?
You could steal anything you
incredibly.
wanted.
Endless, more rich
There,
than
yeah,
anybody
there'd be
ever
endless.
lived.
You'd have endless amounts of resources and knowledge at that point.
You could eliminate anyone at any point in time.
100 years old in the spry body.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that'd be some cool
You'd
shit.
be so freaking smart. 100 years old, maybe, hopefully, unless you were a dumbass the whole time.
Yeah,
Like, because there's some people that would live 300 years and it would just be a wreck the whole way.
yeah. They're fucking train
It's
wrecks.
like,
Like,
I don't know,
missed
if you
your
really
stop
think
here,
about it-
train wreck.
Can you really think of that many really stupid people that are super old?
Yeah, they don't talk much.
Lehigh Mike.
He's not really old. I'm talking like 70. They
They
don't
drive
live
around
that old.
with like an oxygen tank hooked up to them.
Mhm.
That to me is stupid.
I don't
And
know.
old.
I've seen some stupid shit. Like there was recently in Salt Lake County, there was an 88-year-old man that was pissed off at his son-in-law and went and shot him in the fucking head, right in the driveway.
What?
Yeah.
88 years old?
Yep. Now he's sitting in jail, 88 years old, facing a life sentence. Not like that's going to be much of a life sentence,
He had,
but
what, dementia or something?
no,
No?
he was pissed off at his degenerate ass son-in-law, so he just shot him for no reason.
Well, just like our buddy's dad shot the grandpa,
Our buddy's dad shot the grandpa.
Ricky. Ricky's dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Just from
Yeah.
on some random shit. He just like
Yeah.
he was like I guess he might
but-
have been on something or
Oh, that guy had his own list of things
Yeah.
going on much before that.
it was
Yeah.
interesting when Spenny would
No,
tell me things
don't get me
about
wrong about conspiracy theories
Ricky.
that I don't fully believe in, like everything, because I know there's secrets out there. There's a lot of secrets.
Mhm.
They're meant to be secret for a reason. Because I
Yeah.
think some of the things that they keep secret, as far as the government's concerned, or whoever want to say who's doing it,
Mhm.
the public, the mass percentage of the public cannot handle the
Yeah.
actual
Oh,
truth.
no.
What do you
The
think?
blood
And those things
freaking
need to be
minds.
kept secret. They need to be kept under
Name a
wraps.
secret that you think might be kept. that
Like
the public
Roswell.
should know.
I think that was absolutely true. I
Roswell,
think
Mexico. Yeah.
Roswell.
So
Yeah.
aliens do exist.
Yeah.
I didn't say they didn't. I just don't think they got some fucking crazy bases underneath the ocean that are parting the fucking waters like Moses to get in there.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think
Like
so.
that kind of shit is for the fucking birds.
You think that an alien just had a malfunction and crashed on our planet?
Absolutely.
Possibly, yeah.
There's
Well-
a big cover up. I think there's a lot of things in Area 51 for whether it's our weapons
Oh,
technology, our airplanes, things
Oh,
that
yeah.
we do. We didn't even know stealth helicopters existed until we killed bin Laden. Like those things are real.
Wait, we didn't know.
The general population.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't know as people that we actually had stealth helicopters similar to the stealth bombers.
Yeah.
Those stealth helicopters got us in to kill bin Laden.
Basically dropped right over the roof.
You can't hear them.
Yeah.
So the way they're stealth is actually redirect the sound behind them. You cannot hear it until it's right over you. Like
Really.
there's some things out there that people shouldn't know.
Well, there's that guy like
Like
you were
we
talking
can't
about.
handle. We can't handle the truth.
You were talking about Area 51, and I was just watching this thing where a dude who worked, what's the big engineering company, like the big one, the biggest one there is. If you work there, like mechanical engineering.
As far as like
Martin, Lockheed.
Yeah,
So-
Lockheed Martin.
So
Well, they've got they got a big contract right now that's going. That's secretive as hell. We don't know what it is.
there was a guy who supposedly, this is like on Netflix or something, you can watch it, but he was one of like the mechanics that was disassembling I don't want to say flying saucer, but unidentified whatever. And he basically like had all these things like credentials saying he went to this school, he worked here for this long, and when he came out about that certain things, they wiped all of his records. But if you go into like the student handbook from his college, he's in there with his phone. Like there's all these things that say, yeah, I went to here, but then the big guys basically just diced his job history from Area 51, even though he knew how to get in, and at the time they had like a special like hand scanning thing and all this.
Is that a special handshake?
Yeah, it's like really, it's no, you like put your hand on it, does some stuff, but it's like
We
some
had
old
a
school
special
shit that they don't even have anymore to get in there that he was talking about that they had at the time, and it's just like it's a really good documentary.
No,
but-
I wouldn't be surprised if they wipe everybody like that from Area 51.
Yeah.
As if they didn't exist. I mean, that's kind of the risk you take. Like the CIA. When you get killed
Even
in the
his-
CIA,
even
you
his
become
education.
a star on a wall. You don't become a name.
They
ever.
wiped his education clean too. Like he's
Well.
not even in the college, but then it's crazy. But
He gets a fresh start at life.
that's why I'm saying I'm like X-Files. Like I want to believe.
No, that government type. Those government type issues, absolutely, they exist because the people can't handle the truth. People cannot truly handle what is really out there.
No.
And as far as like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
No.
why do people got to consume their lives?
You don't
with
have
it?
to know everything.
No.
Yeah.
And a lot of them can't. Like you said, you can't handle.
You would
it.
be scared to know everything.
Yeah.
Everything that's really going on, you should be fearful if you knew it.
Yeah.
I don't want to know it because I really don't care.
No, me neither.
I don't either. I'm just trying to like do my day by day. It's fun to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah, it is.
Like
I just like to keep.
what is really going on. But I honestly think that for the
Something's
most part, what
definitely going on.
really is going on is that nobody fucking knows what's going on.
Well, yeah. Well, like speaking
That's
of
the
like,
big picture.
I think it's Lockheed Martin. They just created an intercontinental ballistic missile that can travel around the Earth within 28 minutes.
What?
Yep.
I don't doubt it.
Think about that.
26,000 miles in
Yep,
28 minutes.
28
so they're going
minutes.
1,000 miles a minute.
Yep.
I was reading or watching something
Wow.
about a doomsday weapon
Yeah.
that they created a long time ago that it needs a rocket or it needs a jet to take off, and then it takes off of a rocket and it'll fly around the Earth's atmosphere for like 58 hours or something like that, and it can at any time the government can just boom, and it carries multiple nuclear warheads.
Yeah, I guarantee we have satellites filled with nuclear warheads that can pinpoint and drop it at any point.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like the shit that's out there is scary, and to be frankly honest, people shouldn't know.
Well, it's
about
like the
that.
HARP machines and stuff too. When I lived up in Washington, this is a trippy thing because my dad was in pain management in Philly the first time that I witnessed this. It was like those weird sounds from the sky were happening
Oh, yeah.
I
Michelle,
witnessed
that's
it
happened.
twice.
Yeah.
in complete opposite ends of the U.S. So the first time I was downtown in Philly in a pain management building, like 14, 15 stories up in this skyscraper, and everything just started shaking. And I heard, like, it sounded like two fucking 20-mile long battleships rubbing against each other in the air. Like the craziest noise.
Yeah, it's more than the sound barrier breaking.
Yeah, well, it's something about the beam breaks through the ionosphere, creates the sound or whatever.
What is this? That created these.
I'll get more to it. But so then I was in Washington, and I heard it twice within a couple days, and it was like to the point where everyone was uploading videos of it on YouTube and
I
shit.
remember all that shit. Michelle heard it here in Salt Lake one night, like 3 in the morning.
And anytime the noise happened, the weather went ape shit. Like within less than 24 hours, like just you could see that, like just the way the clouds were like rolling. They weren't like your normal like coming in. It was like dough being poured over in the sky.
That was like a harp.
Well, yeah, but apparently it has to do with those machines and whatever they're using them for. I don't personally know, but they are out there. They do exist, and they are using them. So I was thinking it was warfare eventually,
it's
manipulative weather.
No, I don't know.
Or
if I get into
whatever
that
it's
because
called.
it's like here in Salt Lake City. There's days where it's like showing that it'll be sunny. You go up to ski resorts, it's sunny and 55, but it's cloudy and hazy as hell down here.
True.
There's one reason for it. That's the good one. Is if you heard the cannons going off the other night, those are cannons that they shoot out at the airport full of dry ice. Little military cannons.
What is it for?
It's called seeding.
Seeding.
And they're seeding the atmosphere around the airport to clear it out. So when you fly into Salt Lake, there's a perfect square around the airport.
Yeah.
And it pushes all that moisture into the valley. And then it creates like the snow that shouldn't be there. It creates clouds. It creates everything. So can it be used for warfare? Okay, well, what's so scary about weather?
Yeah.
And weather can be scary, but if you're able to make a Category 5 hurricane and go throw it in the middle of North Korea, great.
Yeah.
But why not just drop a nuclear warhead on them?
That's true.
Like, let's get
Well,
realistic
because
about
it's
that.
nuclear,
Less pollution.
Nuclear,
radiation.
It's North Korea.
Yeah, but that's like something that could potentially affect a lot more than just North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, could that... I think we're a very long way off from ever affecting Mother Nature to that effect.
Like with the
Maybe
nuke.
thir trying to create.
You don't think that if
green
like
weapons.
if
I want to
that
show you a
right
cool
now,
video later. Something
Right
that'll
now-
blow your mind.
At this second, if everybody released all the nukes, we would just set this world back to a stone age.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
You think it'd be? You think that?
That could happen.
You
There's a
think the plants would live on? You think that?
There would be seeds that the earth would store, just like they have before, and they preserve, just like they found vitrified brains in Italy from that volcano that went off.
A vitrified brain?
Yeah, I mean, just preserved.
Yeah.
A volcano preserved in somebody's head
Yeah.
in Pompeii. is where it
Really?
was. Yeah, they just like found it last week. Like, so yeah, the earth will preserve. The earth will go on. The earth will live, whether we do or not.
Mhm.
It's yet to be seen.
Yeah. Because I last but not least, and we'll leave. There's a show called The 100, and in it, like the world gets blown up by
Dakota's 8.
nukes. Yeah, it's a great show. But the nuclear reactors end up all blowing up all over the planet and turn into a wasteland. And I'm like, would that actually happen?
There's not enough nuclear reactors on this earth to
Yeah.
effectively displace and kill that many people.
Yeah.
My favorite post-apocalyptic like film is Turbo Kid. There's like this mean guy who basically their water system is killing people and juicing them,
Mm-hmm.
filtering it out, and then people are drinking water that's made out of humans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got you both beat. Mine's Zombie Land.
That's a great one.
That's a
I want
good
to see the second one. I haven't seen it yet. Just keep seeing it like
Mm-hmm.
it's out, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I do love Zombieland.
Oh, look at that. We're not even on the YouTubes anymore. Okay. See you later, y'all. We're